Here I have a travel kind of junk journal made with a fabric cover that I sewed. I have it closed with an elastic band. It's pretty wide and chunky. The spine here is kind of bound with a pamphlet stitch, sort of. And I did some embroidery on the cover, on the textiles here. I used a muslin base, and then I added various fabrics, lace, and ribbon that I really liked. The theme of this journal was for a safari trip that my daughter took, and I wanted to make her a journal to record her thoughts and to share with her our thoughts and some of the pictures that she texted us while she was on safari. So it's really cute. It has the little tabs on the side with some charms, and this is just African wildlife, zebra, elephant, and giraffe that she saw. So here's the journal. It measures 7 3/4 inches tall by 6 inches wide when it's closed. And so I sewed the outside. I used a sewing machine, and then I used some hand embroidery, and I kind of did it very abstract. I wanted muted colors, and I used ribbon to record basically her trail that she traveled while on safari. So I thought that was kind of a cute, clever way. And then I just had some shapes, all earth tones and very soft hues. On the inside, I did kind of a camouflage, kind of a take on giraffe print. And again, I echoed those colors, the soft earth tones, peaches, browns, and soft greens. I have quite a bit of signatures here. And then I just have lots of things tucked in. This is one of the photos she took. I had it made into a postcard, and I wanted to send that to her. She doesn't know about this yet, so I'm very excited to see her reaction. I have just some paper, and I filled it partially, but I also wanted to leave spots for her to tuck her mementos and her pictures that she loved and her feelings if she wanted to record anything. I have lots of pockets and lots of tuck spots here where I recorded some of the photos she took. I printed them out, cut them down to size so that she can discover them all over again. I printed out a fake boarding ticket that I altered in Photoshop, recording the destination of her trip. Then I took some photos and tucked them in here of things she saw along her journey and her travel companions. Here I made a pocket with a map from Africa, and then I took some of the pictures she took and a little identification factor. And then there's that postcard that she took, the photo she took that I made into a postcard. I cut it down to fit in that pocket so that she can have one to keep in the journal and one to use as she'd like. I left some blank pages for her to, it's her choice to record anything or enclose anything, and then some more photos, some room to journal. I included just a little fold out picture of her companions, some ribbon tabs. Then I started with little sections of, I broke it down by the theme of the animals she saw. So these are some elephants, and then these are the pictures she took. And I have a tag here of her taking a picture, which her friend took of her, and then some leopards up top. I also made this little book. There are no photos in it. It's just little things with a little tag. She can add her mementos to here if she would like as well. Here I have an old vintage picture of elephants and flip top here. She can record something that way. A tag with a painting I made of some zebras. Put another fabric collage here to tie in the cover as well into the center of the book. I sewed this nice piece of lace that I dyed with tea, and I put that inside here. I also made this little, I backed some cardstock with some fabric, and then put this family that she met on her journey. Another photo she took of a giraffe, and I wanted this nice and tall, so I put this on this fabric tag that I made, and then I printed out some of the currency of Tanzania. I have some pictures here, antelope, and one of the pictures of the lion she took. And then I have some children's artwork here from a book, and I made another tag with the Tanzania stamp. I made a collage on the side here of fabrics and little pictures, and then giraffe, and two blank cards in the pocket here. She can put them, she could fill them, or she can just add her own photos as well. In this pocket, if you look this way, you can see there are hippos. It's like a watercolor. And so I just turned it on its side and included more information on hippos, as well as an empty tag that she can attach a photo to or journal. Same thing here, there's a pocket and then a little band with this little ticket here, blank, that she can add, and the charm on this little ribbon. I found her beautiful photos of lions and leopards, more lions, so I tucked that into another lace pocket, and I found this in a book, Big Cats. I thought that was appropriate. There's a little spot here she can add more things. Here's another pocket and a picture of a lion and a tag. And then here is another pocket, and I have another hippo illustration here. And it actually is an envelope that I made that folds out, and she can stick more of her paraphernalia from her trip. I included some of the animals that she saw in this pocket, and an empty tag here. Little traveling companion, and then another pocket over here. On this one I included some of her photos of the landscapes she took, as well as the flag of the country she visited. Another pocket with a cheetah, and she took some selfies. I included that in a little box here, her with all the animals. Here I have the wildest beast. She went and visited her cousins, so I took a picture of them and stuck that in there as well. It's a cute little touch. And then here's another photo which is stunning that she took of these zebras, and I was just so moved by it I wanted to paint a picture just of the coloring and the unusual nature of it. It's just gorgeous. So I painted that watercolor and scanned it in, and I tucked it in for her to find, to discover. And there's that postcard from the beginning. So that's the Safari journal in muted tones. I just love this journal. I hope she does too.